In this video, I'm going to explain about the uses of final keyword in Java programming. First, I will explain what are the three uses of final keyword. You can see here. There are three uses. One is to declare the constants, and the next one is to declare about the to restrict the inheritance. If you don't want to inherit the properties of current class to the next upcoming classes, then you can restrict it with the help of placing the final keyword before the class declaration. If you keep the final keyword before the class declaration, that class cannot be inherited by any other class. If you place the final keyword before any variable, that variable value cannot be modified in future. That is treated as a constant. It's not a variable thing. If you don't want to allow a particular method, you don't want to allow for overriding by its subclass a particular method, that can be restricted by placing the final keyword before the method declaration. Before the method declaration. That is called restricting method overriding. So final is a keyword. It is all lowercase because Java is case sensitive. Be careful with the lowercase as well as the uppercase. I will explain these three uses with the help of a simple program. But here I need inheritance concept. Why? Because I am going to prove that it is going to restrict inheritance. It is going to restrict method overriding. Method overloading is about a single class, but method overriding is related to inheritance, that is called superclass and subclass. So here I'm going to explain these three things with the help of uh, inheritance concepts. I will minimize this window and I open the Edit Plus software and click on File, New, select the Java programming. Your default lines of code is written by this one. Unnecessary things, just here remove it. And this is the main class, just leave it, don't disturb this one. First I need a class with the I assign the class name as A. I assign the class name as A, and here I'm going to declare a variable is equals to 20. I am placing the final keyword before that. I'm placing the final keyword before that. Now, and this variable is also defined inside a method, public void show. Assume that the name of the method is show method is going to display the value of the variable A. So how we are going to print? Using system dot out dot print ln, I'm going to print the variable value, ends with semicolon. Now if I try to apply any of the modifications, like I can, if I apply adding some number or subtracting some number, multiplication, division on the original value of A, then it will raise an error message because I placed the final keyword before the variable declaration. Data type space variable name, it is fixed with 20. In future, if any of the statement is trying to modify this original value, then that is restricted by placing the final keyword. I will show you how it is going to. So this is a normal class now. So this class contains only a single method, that is the name show method, that is following two statements. After closing the method, we are closing the above class, and after that the main class is here. This is about final demo, final keyword demo. So I assign the name of the class as final demo, and we need to create an object for the above class, that is the name of the class is capital E, name of the object just I'm assigning obj1 and new. Okay. This is the syntax for creating object for any of the class. Class name space valid object name is equals to new operator space class name. Now, my interest is I want to access the above method. What is the name of the method? Show method. When I try to access the show method, it is going to print like this. It prints the information that is available inside the show method. That means it is going to print 20. First, I will save this program. What is the name of the program? Final demo. So it is a demo program about the keyword final. Already. Now How do we run this one? By opening the command prompt, go to our respective directory, that is Java Lab. Here using Java C command, name of the file that is final demo.java. First it will check the syntax errors. Any no syntax errors, then we are run this program. So what are our expectations? What it is going to print? Simply we access the above method, show method. Show method contains how many printl statement? Only one statement. What it is going to print? Print the value of the variable a. What is the value of the variable a? That is 20. Please look into this. So we are expecting 20 is the output. Yes, it is. It prints the value of the variable a is 20. Now I am trying to violate the rule that is offered by final keyword. Actually here it is clearly specified that once we declare a variable as final, it is treated as constants. Now I try to modify it. I can modify it with the help of, suppose for example, obj1.a is equals to 70. I am reassigning with some new value. That means I am trying to change the value of the variable a of class A. This is obj1 is the object of class A. I am trying to modify it. But according to the definition of a final keyword, one of the use of the final keyword, if you place the final keyword before any variable, it won't allow us to modify it. So I am checking. Just I will save this application. If I try to run, I supposed to get errors. Just recompile. Yes. At the time of compilation only, it is raising error. Cannot find symbol obj1 dot a. Why? Because a is actually declared inside a method. It is treated as a local scope variable. It cannot be accessed outside of this one. This is one thing. Now one more. What is the next one? The next one is about restricting inheritance concept. So restricting inheritance concept means, actually I did not implement any inheritance concept in the previous example. Now I am going to create one more subclass with the name class B. How can we represent inheritance in Java? With the help of keyword extends, we need to specify the superclass name. Now in superclass, so B is behaves like a subclass, A behaves like a superclass. Now inside the subclass, I am trying to access the members of the above class. Now I will declare like public void display. Inside the display I am going to access the above class member, that is A. System dot out dot println of A. So actually variable a is not declared and not initialized inside the class B. But how it is going to get? According to the properties of the inheritance rule, if any subclass is extended by any of the subclass, then the properties that are available in the class A are available to its subclass. What are the properties? There is a method that is available in the above class A. So this property is directly available to its subclass. No need to again declare, no need to initialize also. Now I will check this one. So previously I created object for only class A. Now I am going to create object for class B also. Class B, second object. So I assign name like this, obj2. Now with the help of class B, I am trying to access the function that is called display function. The name of the function that is defined inside the class B is display. See, both the methods are printing the value of A only. Show method prints the value of A and display method also prints the value of A. Just I am saying and open the command prompt. Once we made any changes, we need to recompile. Yes, sorry. So there is an error here, or just I am trying to check here. Yeah, actually A is treated as a local variable. When you declare inside a method, it is always treated as a local. So we need to declare it outside, like class scope variable. Yes. No. Just I'm clearing the previous commands. Now you can see Java final demo. So there is a spelling mistake in the final. That is the reason the specified class was not found. Immediately it is something was not found. Immediately it will raise an exception. Here the exception is related to identifying the name of the class. That's why it is raising an exception to class not found exception. So there is a typographic error. Final. Yeah. Once I clear this one, then I am able to get it. See, both the cases I am accessing the values of a. Values of a. So in both the cases it is printing values of a. This one. Now, what is the second use of final keyword? If you want to restrict, if you want to restrict inheritance, I don't want to allow my class properties. I don't want to allow my class properties to any of the its subclasses. I don't want to allow inheritance concept for my particular class. Then how can I restrict in Java? With the help of placing the final keyword before the class declaration. Suppose if I keep the keyword final here, keep the final here. Now the same program I done only one change I made here, placing the final keyword before the class declaration. Then according to the final keyword use, it restricts the inheritance. Actually the class B is trying to extend the above class, but once we keep the final keyword, this class cannot be inherited by any of subclasses. So how it is going to clear? See this. Again I rerun the program, compile it. Yes, simple. Because of I am placing the final keyword cannot inherit. It is not possible to inherit because we place the keyword final. Suppose if I remove that keyword, if I removed it, I save the application and I open the command prompt, again compile, then I am able to get the output. See, so because of that final keyword, it restricts that it is not allowing the subclasses to inherit the properties of superclass A. So that is the one of the use of the final keyword. This one. The next one is it restricts also the method overriding. How it is going to restrict, I will explain. Suppose there is a method called show method that is defined inside the class A. Class B is holding one more method called display. Suppose in place of display, I am displaying like this show method, and here I am going to declare a variable with the name B and initialize with some value 30. Now I am going to print value of B here. That means previously there is already a method available with the name show method, and here the variable name is A. So the show method contains a statement which is going to print the variable A. But the same show method again redefined by the subclass B, and it changes the statement from A to B. Value of B it is going to print. That means it is called overriding. So what is the definition of overriding? Overriding means the method in the subclass. So this is the right now the method which is available in the subclass B, having the same name and same signature as the method in the superclass. Superclass means A. Then these two methods are said to be overridden. In case of method overloading, we are talking about a single class. Please remember, in my previous video, I already explained. In case of method overloading means we are focusing on only a single class, but coming to the method overloading means we are talking about superclass and subclass. So the method in the subclass is having same name and same signature here, whereas in case of method overloading we are talking about same name but they should differ by their signature. But here same name and same signature as the method in the superclass, then these two methods are said to be overridden. I will show you this one. I will open this command prompt. This one I will compile this program. Cannot find symbol obj2 dot yes, right now I changed the name of the method as in both the cases show. So actually there is no method called display, so I need to access the second object obj2. I need to access the method that is defined with show. I will show you. So I done some changes here. Immediately I need to save it, open the prompt. So I'm clearing the previous comments, I'm compiling. There's no errors. This one you can see A is equals to 20 is the statement that is defined inside the show method, that is defined inside the class A. B is equals to 30, that is also defined in the show method, but that is defined inside the class called B. So B is subclass, A is superclass. Now, what is the use of third use of final keyword? Restricting method override. Suppose I don't want to allow to change the definition of the method that is declared inside the superclass, that is called show method. Once I place the keyword before the method declaration, then if I try to redefine it inside the subclass, then it will raise an error message. I will show you whether it is going to raise error or not. We will check it. I am compiling. See, very clearly it is saying show method cannot be overridden. Why? Why? Because it is declared as final. It is declared as final. So because the method is declared as final, the method cannot be overridden by its subclasses. If a class is declared as final, the class cannot be inherited by any of the other classes. If you declare a variable as a final, then we cannot apply any kind of changes on the original value. So these are the three uses of final keyword. To declare the constants, we use final keyword, and to restrict inheritance concept, we are using final keyword, and to restrict method overriding, we are using final keyword. Please remember, these are the three uses of final keyword.